What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, as y'all can tell, we're gonna be switching it up a little bit. I will be showing and telling y'all what it takes to own a $100,000 car like this in your early 20s. And make sure y'all stay to the end because there's something that a lot of people won't tell y'all when trying to buy a car like this in your early 20s. So make sure y'all stay to the end. Now, I did pay $93,000 before taxes on this car, so after taxes and all the fees and add-ons that I put on here, like gap insurance and tire and wheel protection, it did come out a little over $100,000. So I'm going to be sharing my experience of what I went through because I got the car basically brand new, had under 1,000 miles, and at 24 years old. So I'm going to show y'all and tell y'all what it takes. All right, so I have a list with me right here on my phone, so I guess I'm gonna just dive right into it. So I think the first and the most obvious thing that you want to have is a good paying job. Now, I know that's kind of somewhat hard to get in your early 20s and late teens if you're coming fresh out of high school. In my opinion, I think any trade will do you just fine, or having a blue collar job like truck driving. I'm a truck driver myself, and I make really, really good money, and that's how I'm able to afford this car. And with that money, you're gonna wanna just save up as much as you can. I think you should have at least a year's worth of the note saved up, and you need to at least make the note in a week. So if your car note is $1,500 a week, $1,500 a month, then you need to make at least $1,500 a week. That's just my opinion. All right, so the next thing will be your credit. And I know this is another obvious thing, but obviously you will need good credit in order to get approved for this car. And everything that I'm telling you is to put zero down, because I put zero down for the car, and obviously you're gonna need good credit for that. And I personally, and any other dealer, well, most dealers will tell you that it's not really smart to put money down on a car unless you're putting down like a shit ton of cash. So let's say you saved up $25,000 in a year. It's not really smart to put down your whole bankroll just as a down payment, because that'll only lower your monthly payments by a couple $100s. And yeah, so unless you just got like a shit ton of cash, then it's not really smart to put money down. So yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, obviously you need good credit, and to be on the safe side, if you don't want to put anything down, you need to have at least a 720 or above just to be on the safe side. I personally had a 740 something. I think it was 740 something when I bought the car. And obviously I got approved for zero down. And yeah, so a good tip for anybody that's trying to build their credit, I'm gonna tell you basically what I did. I'm not really inclined on credit, but I'm gonna tell you how I built my credit. First off, if you're 18, I say the younger you start, the better, because you have a bit of a longer credit history. And that's really important when trying to buy something or anything that has to do with credit. Your credit history matters. So, but yeah, I'm gonna give y'all what I basically did to get my credits that high. And it's real simple. You just make your payments on time. And what I did was I've never had a late payment to this day, never had a late payment. And what I did to really make it grow is so I had my first credit card, my limit was $1,000. I would just use it for the whole month. So I would get it to like spend 800 of the $1,000, and your credit will take a hit, obviously, because you're using most of your credit. But as soon as you pay that off, bro, I promise you, my credit went from 670 to, or whatever the fuck it was, all the way up to the 700, mid 740 to what it was. And I just kept doing that and doing that and doing that and doing that, paying my credit card off, paying it off, and making on-time payments. And your credit should, you know what I'm saying, jump. But like I say, the earlier you start, the better, because like I said, your credit history does matter. I didn't get a credit card until I was 21, and I bought the car at 24. So I had a credit age of 3 years and 4 months, I think it was at the time, and they said that was still too like young, basically, and that was kind of hurting my credit, and that's very important. All right, the last thing that nobody will really tell y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all a story of what happened to me, but the last thing that nobody will really tell y'all when trying to buy a car is, let's say this is your first time buying a car, or like me, you're coming from a less expensive car. So I had a 2021 Camry. That was the first car I ever had in my name, and it was $25,000. So if you're in that situation like me, or this is your first time buying a car and you're trying to go straight into a $100,000 car like this, chances are they won't approve you because that is too big of a jump. That's basically what happened to me at first. I applied for the car, and I think my credit got hit by like 4 different banks, and none of them approved me. And they called me and basically told me like, yeah, nobody can approve you because you're making too far of a jump from a $25,000 car to a $100,000 car. So they were trying to put me in shit like a BMW i8, little $60,000 cars. And I'm like, nah, I don't want that. I'll just keep looking. And yeah, so I basically got lucky because within an hour they called me back and Bank of America said they'll approve me and give me what I wanted. I got approved for 0 down. My interest rate was 5.8. Yeah, like 5.8, somewhere around in the fives, high fives. So 5.8 APR percentage, and I'm paying around $1,700 a month. And that is high. I know y'all gonna say that's high, but that's what happens when you put 0 down on a $100,000 car. But if you did everything I said, which was save up all your money and take all the necessary steps, then $1,700 isn't no problem. But so that's one thing to look for when trying to buy a $100,000 car. So if this is going to be your first car that you buy, a $100,000 car, or anything like 80 to 100, make sure. Well, I don't really know how to get around that, but they're more than likely going to ask you to put some money down if this is the case. All right, y'all, that will be the end of the video. As y'all can tell, I got back in the car, man. It was cold as hell outside. But that is the end of the video. I know it was a little quick. I just want to share my little insight on what it takes and what to expect when trying to buy a car like this in your early 20s. So make sure y'all take everything I said lightly. I pretty much just gave y'all the bare minimum of what to do and what it takes to own a car like this. So like I said before, don't rush into it. Don't try and get the bare minimum credit, make the bare minimum money, and save up the bare minimum amount. Because it's an expensive car to maintain. So you don't want to get caught up in, you know what I'm saying, trying to maintain it and also try to maintain your monthly payments. So I just told y'all what to expect in order to really get approved for it. So I hope this helped, and I hope it inspired some of y'all to actually realize that these toys are actually attainable. And like I said, I'm no financial guru, so like I said, any financially responsible person would have told y'all to probably go invest your money in your early 20s, but fuck it, you young. If you got the bread and you do it smart, you'll be just fine. So go have fun, man. Show y'all a quick interior look. Car's a little dirty on the inside, but sheesh, got the carbon buckets. So yeah, that'll be the end of the video. So y'all comment down below what y'all want to see next. Peace.